Erling Haaland is destroying EPL. This man got 14 goals in 8 matches. What are we doing here?
Jesus Christ.
14 goals and 3 assists in 8 matches. He scored basically half of Man City's goals. They have 29 goals. He scored 14. City does have 2 draws. He scored in both of those. What is going on? Like, is this dude just gonna make EPL like? Is he just gonna make them look like fools? What's going on here?
Honestly, it feels like some sort of like FIFA hack or something. Like, there's no way this guy is like, I don't know how this is possible. I think he's scored in every game he's played for City except for one. I read this stat. He's 9 goals away from last season's Golden Boot winning total, and there are 30 games left of the season. Like, I don't know how it's possible. He's running through every team he plays. Honestly, like when Holland's first started like getting his name like out there, and when he went to Dortmund, I was like, okay, like he's obviously really good. But I was like, can he do it? It's always that question, like, can he do it at a big club in a big league? Like Bundesliga, that always happens, especially like a player goes to Dortmund and they do really well. They make the move and then nothing really happens. But like,
They turned into
I
Jadon
don't,
Sancho.
sorry.
They turned into Jadon Sancho.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Jadon Sancho's kind of popping off. He was a little bit, but I don't know if they'll be a team or like a player, or I don't think he's touchable this season. He's going to be breaking records, several records this season for City. And I saw a clip on Twitter keeps circling around again of Pep Guardiola last season talking about how Sergio Aguero is irreplaceable, but I think they found quite a good replacement. So I don't know what drugs this kid is on, but it's
He's on the good stuff.
insane. He's on the good
It's
stuff.
really crazy, and it's the crazy thing about it is like I feel like his game has changed so much. Like he was at BVB, he was looking at more of the complete number 9 kind of player, and now he's like getting no touches, and he's just like totally fine. He's like, yeah, dude, like I barely touch the ball, and I just score all the time.
But when I
He,
touch it, though, it's gonna go
yeah,
in.
It's gold.
he said his goal. He said like what he wants to do in a match is have 5 touches and 5 goals.
5 goals. When he said that, I was like, that's literally the same mentality I would have when I was younger. I was like, I don't really care how many times I get it. If I just get it, I want to score immediately.
Immediately, not like right away.
No, I want
a lot.
every touch is a goal. That's the goal.
Yeah.
That had me dying when he said that.
Yeah, and I think like he's just embraced it. He's like, yeah, they're gonna do all the work up there, and they're gonna send it in. And I'm gonna score.
What was the telling point for Manchester City before? How many times have we done reviews where we're like, they just are passing the ball and they're plugging people like Bernardo and Sterling at like a center forward position because Aguero's hurt even Gabriel Jesus got so caught up in that he was becoming a winger, like he wasn't even becoming a central player for them sometimes. So it was like the minute they got a guy who's commands a presence and respect in the middle, it's going to open up the game wide. And he's not a guy where you pass the ball and he's thinking I can still pass it for another open shot. He's like, if you pass me this ball, I'm going to do everything I can to get it towards the goal. And even in that one crazy Dortmund goal where it's like this insane cross, he just threw his leg in the air and said, I'm going to do everything I can. And that takes a different type of mentality change, because when you have a game that's predicated on like being a part of the buildup as a 9 and being like, I'm going to go total finisher where I'm going to always position myself that no matter where I turn or where I'm at, I'm in a good position to swing it for a goal. That's a mentality change, and that takes work too. So like respect to him, because it takes like a lot of humility. It takes like work, and that made me like, honestly, I respect him for that. Like that's hard to do that kind of stuff, especially when you're young and you're turned up and like you can do it all. To be able to sacrifice a lot of that to just be a finisher for this role on a team, it's huge.
I
The only
think
thing I'm concerned about is that if he gets injured, like I don't think he has gotten injured very much in his career so
Oh
far,
no,
but
he
like
has. He has.
He has.
a lot.
He's
He
never
Yeah.
played
missed
more than 30 matches
He's never had a full complete season.
total in
in
all
a season.
competitions.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, okay.
like in the, we had talked about it a while ago. Like I think when he first went there, like if you look at his playing record, it's
He's always in the 30s.
like in the league, it'll be like 20 something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
He
Well,
gets like
then like
little
that.
knacks and stuff and knee
Uh,
issues.
then that's like somewhat concerning for City then, because like they don't have Jesus, they don't have Aguero.
They have Julian Alvarez, who's a baller. He's different than Haaland, but he's a really good player.
Yeah, the concerning thing is that like your backup player isn't like a plug-in nine. You have
Mhm.
like a different type of
He's a
striker.
different type of nine, yeah.
But I think it's also good to have different looks. I don't know. It's tough. I mean, it's not like you could even get another guy like that. He's not like an everyday build. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
It's
Like
true.
they're not really around like that. The first time I ever saw him run, I was like, damn, like people don't really play like that. That's something to look at. That's a good guy to keep your eye on. And obviously it's blossomed so much.
I think Pep got him young enough to where he's like Pep is like, just trust me, like,
Mhm.
and I think that's Pep's like the good thing about Pep. He's like, just trust my system, and like if it doesn't work, it's my fault.
Yeah. He does take accountability.
He,
Dead
he,
ass he
he
does.
takes
He does take
accountability, and the
accountability.
type of football he plays, like, yeah, you can't really blame the players unless it's Raheem Sterling, that time where he skied that one. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I think he was just like, look, like we just need you in the box. Like you got all these amazing players, like they're gonna take care of everything else, and they're just gonna look for you in the box. Like just sit there and poach, and you'll be fine. Like we don't need you trying to like boom shots from outside the box. Literally on City, like 20, like the center back is like 27 yards out. Like he's so close to the goal already. They keep so much possession. They push everybody up so close. So
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, just stand in there. You're gonna score hella goals. Like, and if when we draw these matches or whatever, like nobody's ever gonna blame you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's dominating. I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like, there's a thing that I'm always complaining about defense in soccer. Like, I don't know, y'all are very offensive players. Like, I don't know if y'all care for real, but I'm just looking like y'all like, why do you just like let him just be by himself? Like, if it's me,
Mm-hmm.
like Caesar, when we play, like
Yeah.
when I play against you, I'm like, look, Caesar's a threat. Like, I don't do it because I know it's frustrating for you, but like I'm just like, let me just stand next to him. If he doesn't get the ball, then they are hindered.
If anything, you have a recognition that when you stick me defensively, pause. You do it does like it messes up the flow of the offense, right? Because
Exactly.
when you have a primary like point of like contact, or this contact like changes, like creates things for people or does things offensively, you take that out of a game, it really affects the whole landscape of the offense. And it is curious to see the first. I don't know about these Premier League clubs because I don't really look at any Premier League club and I go, damn, that's a defensive juggernaut. I've never really seen
None.
it. It
Zero.
seems very TV offensive turned up soccer, which I'm not mad at because I watch it. But maybe in Champions League, I want to see the first time they're really faced with a team that takes away that option. What does Man City do? Do they revert to their traditional style? What happens? I
No,
want to know what happens in later stages.
nobody's gonna like man mark in soccer. Like nobody's gonna
No,
do that. And I'm
no.
not saying that,
But at
but
least
it's
have
like
like someone that intercepts that initial, makes
you,
that pass hard.
you gotta have somebody that's like just around. Like, don't let
Mhm.
it be so easy for them to get the ball to him. Like, make them when they look up to him, make them see you first and not him. Because then they might not make the pass. Even like the match against Dortmund, like when he got that crazy goal, there were players around him, and like that was just like his athletic ability to be able to get that ugly goal in there. No, I'm joking, but but it was also like they're letting Joao Cancelo just like wide open, like there's nobody
Crossing.
challenging that cross
And he's a
at all.
crossing magician.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you can't just like this is Man City, like you can't just let them have anything easy.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like defense in soccer is like it just doesn't exist. Like
There's no real good schemes.
th-
Like I don't see teams go, oh, like maybe if we make Haaland take an extra touch, that might impact everything offensively. Like
There's no
sometimes if
such
you make a player do one more move, that might ruin the whole rhythm for the whole
there's
offense.
no such thing as a defensive concept in soccer. Like
Yeah,
concept, no. Like
a
they're
lot of
not
zone marking.
there's no
Yeah.
idea like this is like our philosophy defensively.
Yeah,
These
you're right.
pundits try to say there's teams like that. I'm like, no, dude. Like they're just parking the bus. Like it's not like a concept, dude. Like Juve's blocking all these shots because they got hella people behind the ball. That's why. But when another team has like possession and there's like some flow, is there like an idea? Like I remember, was that last year? Yeah, Atleti played City. Yeah, I seen Kondobia like not letting players get the ball. Like I don't know if it was KDB or somebody else, but it was like he's not letting them get the ball. I've seen that happen before. Like I want to say it was like PSG and Man U a few years ago. I think it was like Marquinhos wasn't letting Pogba get the ball. And I was like, that's smart. Like you gotta like make them go somewhere else. If this guy is the threat, like make them go somewhere else with it.
Yeah.
Man, you ended up beating them over the tie. But yeah, I don't know. Holland is dominating. He's ridiculous. Um, but there's also this part of me is like, I don't think that he has to really be doing that. Like, did y'all just give up? Like, yeah, like did y'all just like, oh, whatever, he's tall, man. Just like whatever, dude, he's gonna score. Like I don't really think, you know. Oh, I want to ask you guys a question actually, because I think they asked this on ESPN FC. Who do you think is harder to defend against, Holland or Mbappe? And I want Holly to go first.
Oh, that's tough.
Like as a
I,
team, like who are you? Like who is the person you're like, damn, okay, this is going to be hard. Who's harder between the two?
I think it has to be Holland.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think a team like you're never going to see Holland in a player or team's back pocket. Like I just don't think we'll see it. It's like not this season in the EPL. I think he's just too good, and no team in the EPL knows how to defend a player like him, because I feel like there hasn't been a player like him in the EPL for a while. Someone that's been so adaptable in such a short period of time. And I won't be surprised if like Pep changes it up mid-season and we see something different from Holland.
Puts him in the
Given,
midfield.
yeah. But I would have to say it's Holland. I think Mbappe's not as hard to defend as it seems.
Mm. But that's your fellow winger, though.
I know, but I think a good center man is harder to defend than a winger.
All right, let's see what Caesar thinks.
I can
Because
respect that perspective,
Caesar's
because I'm a
definitely
center man. I'm a center man. I
Caesar,
do love
Caesar, Caesar is a stand around 10-9.
Hey, whoa, stand around. I'm flexible. I can go either side. This is a tough question because it also depends on the physical attributes of the defender. I think that
Well,
I
no,
think
not 1v1. I'm talking about as a team. Like,
as a team,
yeah.
okay, well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go as a team. I think Holland is difficult to defend, more difficult to defend. Just because I think there's so much physical variables that like that can really affect the back line. Like his size, where I think he can, and he has like a good amount of speed to where he cuts thin. He has like that downhill pace, which is like tough to really prevent. And he can kind of get into any spot he wants to. And not every single offensive possession is a counterattack based offense. And when you have even like that half line where you pass around trying to set up offense, if there's not a lot of room to get like running space to make something happen, I'd rather have a big guy like a Holland where I can just throw it in there and he can make it happen no matter what. You throw it into Mbappe's not going to get you headers to score the goal in. Holland can get you more options offensively to score, feet, leg, and body position. He's doing more offensively that he's able to score with. He has more tools in his bag. 1v1 though, I think Mbappe that's speed and agility and dribble is so insanely hard to defend. I think that Mbappe is harder one-on-one, but as a team, I think collectively it's harder to defend against a Haaland, in my opinion.
Well, I'm gonna have to disagree with both you guys. I think it's harder for a team to defend Mbappe, because you also have the threat of him assisting players, and he's 2-footed. He's crazy on the counter. He can get past anybody. I'm gonna be more scared of Mbappe as a team than I am Haaland, just because honestly, there's a part of me that's like, y'all are giving up against Haaland, dude. Like, come on, yo. Like, just sit on his back a little bit. Like, put your back on him a little bit, dude. Don't just let him just float in space. Like, be a little even if he's bigger than you, you can still be physical against him. Especially especially with his positioning. Mbappe's way out there on the wing. Like, you gotta as a team, you either gotta double team him, which we've seen him get through that double team last year and score against Real Madrid, or you're letting your left back or right back. You're letting your right back just out there with him, and he's got a family. Your right back got a family, dude. He's got homies back in his neighborhood, and then they're gonna clown him, or he's gonna have to foul Mbappe or something. I don't know. I think if I'm a coach, I'm more scared to go up against Mbappe than Haaland. If we're going up against Haaland, I'm grabbing my center backs and my midfielders, and I'm putting up him. I'm like, don't be scared, dude. Don't be over here acting like no punk just because he's big and he looks like Vigo from Ghostbusters 2. Big old ugly ass damn Norwegian.
Fair point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I disagree, but I can respect it.
Y'all don't know about defending though. Y'all don't know.
I don't know about coaching.
Y'all don't know about defending, dude. Both of y'all are. Holly was like defending. It's like this beneath her.
I was like center forward. I played that. I know I'm unstoppable.
Holly's like, nah, dude, I'm not trying to defend. Let me just slide tackle. If they get past me, it looks like I tried.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I can respect that. More than what I do.
See, side tackling looks like you put in so much effort, but you really didn't. You just
I swear, I seen Weston McKennie slide tackle. I'm like, dude, you are lazy, dude. Like, keep on
It's
your
a bailout. It's such a bailout.
It is.
I'm like, keep on your damn feet, dude. Like, you're slide tackling, like, just you are hitting nothing, dude. Like, I don't know if they be knowing that that's lazy or not. I'm like, you are giving up, homie. But yeah, we'll see what Haaland does. I mean, I like, what's his pace to score like 71 goals or something? Insane.
He has 28 goals in Champions League out of 22 matches also.
Jesus Christ, dude. It's embarrassing for soccer.
Okay, I don't want you to start making that point. Don't start making that point. Don't start making the point where, oh, the league looks bad or whatever.
It does, dude.
That guy can just be good.
Nah,
that guy can just be good, by the way.
Nah.
No? Okay.
No.
So when Messi is dropping 50 goals, it's because La Liga's defense sucks?
Yes. Yes.
Ronaldo's doing the same thing. La Liga's
yes.
bad?
Yes.
Oh, come on, now they're just good.
Nah, they're good, but it ain't got to be that crazy.
Not everybody can be the old San Antonio Spurs, dog. It's okay.
Nah, dude, play some defense, dog. They don't want to play defense, yo. They're all like y'all. Yeah. Holly, hopefully one day you come play soccer with us. You're gonna see Caesar. And I guarantee
I'm not an issue, dude. I'm a good part of the offense.
Caesar,
I score.
Yeah, you do. I'll give you credit, but when the other team got the ball, you're going to see Caesar, and he's not going to be able to
what do you want me to do? Play midfield also?
Caesar is standing there watching like.
My inspiration was Brazilian Ronaldo, and I'm going to live by that life forever.
I can respect it. I don't really know how you do that on the wing, though. Like, if you're trying to play on the wing, like, I feel like you're supposed to defend, though.
Winger's a lot of work.
It is.
But how do you get away with not defending, then?
I just pretend I'm not playing winger.
No, I'm talking about Holly.
Oh, Holly? Oh.
I just pretend I'm not
Slide
playing
tackles.
Yeah, slide tackle. That's my contribution.
Okay. Well, hit